You might hear a little bit of noise in the background, people talking, machinery and everything else. I am outside and I am on my way to the JOB. But Spirit gave me a message based on a video that I saw by one of the channels I subscribe to, and I mentioned her before, and May Toki's Tarot. And I just wanted to share this with you, and I'm going to keep it short and let it go. And as I stated before, there are a lot of people out here, so hopefully you guys can hear me. There are some of you that have taken full advantage of the relationships that you're in, and you've been doing it for years, and now that you're going through something, you expect these people that you mistreated to rally around you, and you have the audacity to get upset about it. There's something wrong with you. You need to go see somebody. Now, I know I say this in a lot of videos, and the reason why I do this is because I want people to know how prevalent abnormal behavior is in society today. You need to know who and what you're dealing with or not dealing with, and just be aware. I'm not trying to make you paranoid where you don't form relationships. Please don't develop that mentality, because that in itself is a mental illness. But what I'm saying is that you need to be aware of the things that people do sometimes to suck up your time and your energy. And one thing I want to talk about is people who you need to have in your corner when you have leveled up. You're at the point where you want to be. You've got all the bricks in place, and you're working in your purpose, and you are satisfied with your life. I talk about this often, but you've got to be very, very careful. There are a couple of things that you need to look for in a person's, that was a bus passing by, in a person's character to determine whether or not they should be a part of your purpose. Number one, if they support your purpose. If they support your purpose. If they are out here, they see that you got this thing going on. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to go back to school. You know, maybe you are in the middle of starting a business or going back to school. You know, it could be one of those situations. And this person is in full support of what you're doing. I mean full support. Now I'm going to let this bus pass by before I continue. Okay. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, that one's gone. But the thing is what you need to do is make sure that person supports you. They're the ones that are trying to help you to get clients. They're trying to help you to get an audience. They're helping support you in your time. They help you even do the business. You know, if you're running a restaurant, they're in the kitchen with you, or minding the books, or getting clients for you. They're up early in the morning before you get ready to go do that gig, and to make sure that you're situated before you go do the gig. They are there as an active participant, not just lip service. Not just lip service, okay? They're not just out there bragging about what you're doing. They're actively helping you with your purpose. If you're in school, they're helping you study, okay? If you're short on funds for lunch, they give you lunch money. They make sure you get enough sleep. They are actively involved in your situation. They are actively involved in your situation. Okay? That's the number one thing you need to look for. And these people don't take any time doing it. If they come into the situation, they see that you are involved in this venture to try to level up, or you're doing it right now, they are not going to hesitate to roll up their sleeves and get involved immediately. They're not going to waste any time, because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people who waste time in the beginning, they're just waiting for you to get your bounty so they can have a piece of it, so they can say they were there. They have to be more than just there. They have to be active participants in what you are doing. They have to support you and provide for you in some way, form, or fashion. They have to perform an action that will encourage you to increase. And number two, this is advisable. If you come across someone who is not working as hard as, or more than you, do not let them be a part of your life. I'm going to tell you why. Let's say that you've got a full-time job and you're trying to start a business on the side, and this person is only working part-time or not working at all. What do you think is going to happen? They'll sit there and they'll talk to you all day long. They'll give you plenty of loving and everything else, but they're not making any efforts to level up on their end. What they're doing is they're trying to wait it out until you get your bounty so they can say they were there for you so they can get a piece of the pie. So just to be on the safe side, make sure that if you've got 2 jobs or 2 hustles or 2 businesses or something, that person's got to be working as hard as or harder than you, because that way they can physically understand and mentally and emotionally understand exactly what it means for you to be doing what you're doing. You have to. Because when you let these people in your life that ain't doing shit, ain't about shit, the first thing, they're going to be the first ones with their hands out when you get your bounty, because they already see that you got potential. They already see that there is a horizon. They already see that there's a huge harvest coming in, because what you have to offer don't nobody else have. They already see that. They probably see it more than you do. They probably saw it before they even approached you. But they know they can't bring anything to the table. So they'll bring their charm and their sex and their time. And, oh, baby, I love you. Now sit there and just whisper sweet nothings in your ear. And because you know it's a lonely process sometimes, so you fall for it. But you realize when it comes to you getting sweaty and doing the work, they got time, all the time in the world, but they don't have time to help you. A lot of these people are either working part-time or don't work at all. How come they can't help you open up the restaurant from time to time? How come they can't get behind counter and take tickets or take orders? How come they can't go make deliveries for you? How come they can't ride along when you doing your ride share? They got more time than you do. You got to ask yourself these questions. And I know for some of you, you've probably been involved with this type of person for years. And you probably just decided recently that you wanted to get involved in this venture. And out of a sense of loyalty, you want to bring this person along. But if they are not ready to roll up their sleeves and get involved in your venture, and they don't have shit going on for themselves and not trying to have anything going on for themselves when you get started, watch out, because I have seen it happen over and over again. I've seen it where people get together and they'll be together for 5 or 10 years, just chilling, just vibing, having a good old time, because that's what that person's all about. They don't want nothing. They ain't trying to have nothing. And things hadn't changed. And that's the reason why you're trying to level up, because you know that you're stuck and stagnant right now and you want a little bit more. So you finally made that move. You finally put your words to action. And now this person, deep down, they're jealous. So instead of them trying to take up a venture themselves or help you with yours and try to level up on their own, they're going to sit there and try to suck up what you got going on. See? Because they feel because you were there for a long period of time and y'all was together for so long that they was entitled to something. And for those of y'all who don't understand what I'm talking about, you need to check out my video called Time Spent Is Not a Guarantee. I'm going to tell you something. It's a mind blower. Because you got people that are involved in relationships for years and years and years, and they figure they was involved with this person for years and they're entitled to a blessing. That's bullshit. Just because you spend a whole lot of time on something don't mean that you're entitled to a damn thing. That's just the way life goes. They expecting a blessing because you were together for 10 or 15 years. There ain't no blessing in that just because you was with somebody for 10 or 15 years, because if it don't end up with nothing, you ain't gonna get nothing. Okay? So those are the 2 things you need to look out for. Number 1, you need to look out for someone who is willing to support your purpose. Get their hands dirty. Help you do whatever you need to do to make it happen. Not just talk to you, not just dick you down, not just give you pussy all the time, but actually get their hands dirty and help you with your purpose. And number 2, they either have to be working as hard as or more hard than you if you're going to consider even collaborating or getting with this person in the first place, because that way you won't have to worry about anybody trying to take you for what you earn. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Peace to you all.